miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it.
It's week 12 of the NFL, and we've got the Giants' veteran quarterback, who has picked up 35 tackles so far this season. It's the Giants and the Cowboys, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. A short kick taken at the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Dak going to start out going to the air. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A first down carry for Barkley. Room here to run. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now Jones. Steps away to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But they've been fighting and scratching and clawing for that first sack in the game, and it turns out to be a big one. Not just a short one right there behind the line. First one they get, 10-plus yards, and the guy who has the legs to escape most of these.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. We'll see what they have drawn up here a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Throwing Jones. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down. I'm not lying.
Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Holding. Receiving team.
So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Our game here, a Thanksgiving staple in Dallas dating back to 1966. It was Tex Schramm, the Cowboys GM, who wanted to drum up a little publicity, and he drew 80,000 to the Cotton Bowl to see the Cowboys beat the Browns that year in '66, and a tradition was born and has only grown in love and passion over the years.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here's Jackson to return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive, Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it second down.
Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. You know, the families that go out and play them and come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. I remember reading about, the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening, but how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And brought in by the tight end Cook.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play.
Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Jacob Phillips.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you're playing on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to throw. Prescott.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Looking to throw. Jones toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Now Jones from the gun, he'll throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Darius Slayton, his third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys and Dak Prescott getting set to take over once more. And his struggles will continuing. He had 3 interceptions in last week's ball game. 2 more already here before halftime as they take over with a first down.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A give to Elliott running left. Running right through him. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
The Cowboys at 3-7 now on the year. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. No problem there. They get the first by plenty on 4th and inches.
Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Well, hang on a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott.
His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Extra point up and good by Garibay.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
And they come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game.
The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now flags fly in, and one of the Cowboys looked like he got going a little early. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
A false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Prescott. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Kayvon Thibodeau, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. The 40, 20, 10, 5, and this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took him went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that cause you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006, and usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there, because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw.
Touchdown! Donovan Peoples-Jones from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. From the 6. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Giants now going to take over late in this first half.
just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this. Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right. And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Giants have it. It's picked up. Taking it right down Broadway. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Giants touchdown. Gano now to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guy. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. So we've hit halftime on past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Last week, good result. They were able to beat the Detroit Lions, and now they are on the good side of the scoreboard right now as well. Meanwhile, Jones' throw here pulled in by Galladay. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a 1st down with a cherry on top, 31 yards. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Shepard. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Back to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown, Giants. Jared Cook, 30 yards. And the Giants take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Jared Cook who finishes it off with a touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the 2nd half. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one goes for 30 yards. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Big play from a big man, Kayvon Thibodeau, off the edge and dropping him behind the line.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Second down, Prescott. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Jared Wilson.
And the Giants are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
Sam Williams bringing him down that time.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy.
And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47. Five in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Here's Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Throwing, Prescott. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Credit that to the former Georgia Bulldog, Azeez Ojulari getting in there to bring him down. Prescott from the gun. And this one incomplete. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it in the end zone, and that's one that'll haunt you. And now it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Prescott. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll run it with Elliott. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Prescott. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Azeez Ojulari able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him.
Under pressure, they got him again. Azeez Ojulari. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dalton Schultz, 30 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From the 6. Well, now how about this return? And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The New York set to take the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts As the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Barkley. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He'll return it from the 6.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And they will take over 1st and 10.
So Dak Prescott of the offense. Down by 12. 57 seconds to go. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now Prescott. Connects with Peoples-Jones.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Prescott.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Here's Prescott.
Looking left side, and it's complete.
Out across the 40-yard line before he's brought down, so a first down and then some.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
What a performance. All those points put on the board. And, Charles, it wasn't just by the offense. The defense put some points on the board as well. They were solid today.
Yeah, it was a complete effort to secure the win, and both sides of the ball made big plays. But how demoralizing is it when the opposing defense can take one all the way back against you? And that was the case here. That really sparked them to victory.
So for the Giants, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Dallas, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.